Lesson 2.5 is on dividing integers, and you will learn how to divide integers or recall how to divide integers and then find the mean or average of a set of data. The essential question for Chapter 2 is what happens when you add, subtract, multiply, and divide integers. There's lots of things to consider when you're thinking about that question, and that will be on the test. So be thinking about how you can articulate the answer to that question. There's lots of things to consider when you're doing operations with integers, including memorizing rules, maybe thinking about manipulatives or number lines, or telling yourself a word problem with money. And there's lots of things to keep straight, but operations with integers are really the foundation of algebra moving forward. So you really have to become very efficient and accurate when you're performing operations. When you're dividing integers, the same rules apply as when you're multiplying integers. When you have two integers with the same sign, or different signs, I'm sorry, two integers with different signs, the answer is negative. So in example 1, we have a negative and a positive. That gives us a negative answer. In 1a, you're going to record this answer on your note sheet, negative 63, positive 7, different signs, the answer is negative, negative 9. 1b, positive numerator, negative denominator, different signs, the answer is negative. Please record those on your note sheet. In example 2, we're talking about the key concept of two integers with the same sign. So whether both of those integers are negative or they're both positive, same sign is positive. So looking at example 2, we are going to be taking two negative numbers. For 2a, negative 35 divided by negative 5 is a positive 7, and a positive 39 divided by a positive 3 is positive 13. So same signs means positive answer. In example 3, we're looking at algebraic expressions and evaluating them when we're given the values. Remember that you can always watch these video tutors. They're only a couple of minutes and it walks you through different problems, and it's just someone else to listen to explain how to do these. In 3a, we're going to use the same values given in the example here. So 2 times y, 2 times negative 3 is negative 6, and negative 6 divided by x, which is a positive 6, actually it's a negative 6, I'm sorry, negative 6 divided by negative 6 is going to be a positive 1. In 3b, we have 3x, so x is negative 6, so we have 3 times negative 6, which is negative 18, and we're going to divide that by the opposite of y. Okay, notice how I pronounce that, the opposite of y, or negative y. In this case, if y is negative 3, we can't ignore that minus sign out front. It's the opposite of negative 3, or a negative negative 3, which is a positive 3. Negative 18 divided by 3 is negative 6. For the next one we're going to look at, it's page 79, example 4 at the top of the page. We have the mean of some numbers. So you can look through that example. I'm going to jump down to 4a, where we have different scores on her round of golf. Linda had a negative 3, a negative 2, a 1, a 0, and a 4. And so negative 3 plus negative 2 is negative 5. Negative 5 plus 1 is negative 4. Negative 4 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 4 is, sorry about that, I lost my train of thought and lost where I was going here. Linda has a score of negative 3, negative 2. That's negative 5 plus 1 is negative 4. Negative 4 plus 0 is 0. Negative 4 plus 0 is negative 4. Negative 4 plus 4 is 0. Okay, so we have a total of 0 for the sum, and when we divide that by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0 divided by 5 is equal to 0. That's not matching up with what the answer key shows, so if you see the error that I made, please let me know on that, because the way I see it, 0 is the correct answer for that one. For 4B, we had 4 transactions. Jessie posted in her checkbook. That's 35, 23, negative 156, and 60. So we're going to add those 4 scores together, and then we're going to divide by 4, and what we get is a negative 27. I'm just going to verify that with my calculator by typing in 35 negative, oops, sorry about that, 35 negative plus 23 plus 156 negative plus 60 equals negative 108 divided by 4 transactions is a negative 27. Please make sure you have that in your notes. And lastly, you're just going to write down something to remember when dividing integers. At the bottom of page 79, there's a concept summary. If you want to copy that down, you're welcome to. There's just lots of rules to remember if that's something you like to do. Otherwise, think about some other strategies that you can use to get really efficient with your integer operations. Let me know if you need any extra help.